Hey beautiful, welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading is a channeled messages reading, and it's all about your future spouse. As you guys may know, this is a reading that I like to do every single month. So let's see what your future spouse or their higher self would like to share with you, okay? And yeah, as always, I have 3 piles you can choose from. And today I created you could say like a color theme. So this is the color blue, this is the color pink, and this is the color orange. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey, pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what messages does your future spouse have for you. As you can see, my dear, it's a little bit dark because today I really felt like doing a candle wax reading in the darkness because it always gives me like such a cozy vibe, and yeah, let's just go with that today. All right, I have your candle right here, my dear. Let's light it up for you guys, and then let's see what messages your future spouse has for you. All right, so my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment, and then let's start and let's see what messages we have for you. For my beautiful pile one, what do you need to know? Okay. All right, the first message, my dear pal one, is a very interesting one. Now, I know for some of you guys, you may be single and you're watching this, to get also more insights about your future partner. For others of you, you may already be with this person. So please apply it the way it resonates with you. But the first thing, my dear, that I'm seeing for you guys is your future spouse. Yeah, this is something I'm getting so strongly. Your future spouse is, they have been so sure about you, okay? I'm hearing from the moment I saw you, I knew you were the one for me. So, wow, they definitely, maybe there were some, I would say, intuitive knowing, or there was just something about you that mesmerized them a lot. But the first message that your future spouse would like to share here with us is that from the beginning they knew that you're going to be so valuable in their life, that you're going to be so special in their life. And your future spouse, by the way, speaking of intuition, they could also have a great intuition, or they could be someone who has at times very fearlessly listened to their gut and to their intuition, even when making certain decisions that other people thought may not be smart or may not be very reasonable, but they went for it because they listened to their intuition. And to other people's surprise, the decision turned out to be perfect and actually, took them wherever they wanted to go, or actually brought with it the kind of solution or end result that they were looking for. So this person has listened to their intuition before, and this is something that they do very, very often. And I feel like when it comes to this first meeting, so either for some of you guys, this is something which will happen in the future, or for those of you guys who are already with your future spouse, it's kind of like they are sharing with you some insights regarding the first meeting that happened in the past, which you may not even be aware of because maybe they haven't shared those things with you yet. But their higher self definitely wants you to know that the kind of impact you have on them is truly a very special one. And another thing, my dear, that I'm also getting is that you don't even know how how easy you can influence them. Now let me explain what I mean by that. Maybe your future spouse is going to be someone who seems like cool, calm, collected, someone who doesn't seem very like impressionable. I'm also hearing that's interesting. And maybe they sometimes don't really show you how much power you have on them. But let me be the one expressing that to you because that's what I'm being shown here. That you are truly one of the most important people in your future spouse's life. And this may sound cheesy, but this is exactly how it's coming through. Everyone has a part in their heart, but you have a very special place. Excuse me, not part, place. Let me say it again. Everyone has a place in their heart, like let's say their loved ones and all, but you, my dear, have a very special place in their heart. So it's kind of like, I really feel like, my dear Palwan, and this is something that definitely is a very big statement. But what I'm getting your future spouse sharing here with us is you are the most important person in their life. And this is something that, of course, means a lot to them. Oh my goodness, the intensity and love of this reading is incredible. Your future spouse has so many feelings for you. I don't even think that a human being can express all of them, because it's just so intense and so much. This is so interesting because your future spouse is sharing a lot of insights regarding the first meeting, kind of like the first impression kind of energy here. I don't know whether someone perhaps went into this reading with the intention of getting information regarding that, but I'm definitely getting a lot coming through, okay? And speaking of that, another thing I would like to say regarding your future spouse and you is, when they first met you, in addition to this intuitive knowing, one thing that they have noticed about you as well is, and this is exactly, my dear, how I heard it, They noticed the magic that surrounds you. Oh my goodness, there is a lot of romantic energy coming through in this reading, okay? Pile one, let me tell you that. Now, what do I mean by all the magic surrounding you? You, my dear Pile one, are truly a very magical person. Now, maybe you're watching this and you're just like, oh, please, like, I'm just an ordinary person. There is nothing special about me. You know, maybe you're having these kind of thoughts right now. But let me tell you, sometimes we don't even see our own greatness, right? We don't even see how special we are. We don't even see our own beauty at times. And yes, this can be very, very sad because often we're focused on what we don't have, what we aren't, excuse me, that we may not even notice what we truly are. And sometimes when we need like a stranger, right? They see us for the very first time and they may see sides to us that are so special, but we don't see it because we're used to, who we are. And when it comes to your future spouse, one thing that I would like to say is that it truly the way it came through in the beginning with the like from the beginning they knew that you're gonna be someone very special to them. This is something which is being emphasized so much. Even if your future spouse, my dear, is not that type of a person, even if they are not spiritual or believe in certain like connections, spiritual connections and all, even if they think all these things are just made up stuff, still they cannot deny the fact that when they met you, there was something so magical about you and about the attraction they felt towards you. This is so interesting, you guys. Normally, my channeled messages, they're a little bit different. Normally, I get like some direct messages from the future spouse to the viewer. But today, I truly feel like your future spouse, it's kind of like they created a open space in which they want to share everything that they feel like is important for you to know. And especially because maybe your future spouse's like 3D self, maybe they don't really share those things with you. Maybe they will not share with you all the sensations that they felt when they first met you. And it's kind of like their higher self here, spilling all the tea, and telling you truly how impactful all the meeting was. And yeah, it's truly the energy of this reading even feels very magical and very romantic. I'm hearing romanticizing. Interesting. Mm, give me a second. There is a lot that your future spouse would like to impress you with. They're very motivated. And it's kind of like they're holding back a little bit because they don't want you to feel overwhelmed. This is interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm getting a very deep desire coming through from your future spouse, and the desire is to impress you. I mean, you guys, when someone is very dear to us, we want to like maybe I'm hearing we want them to be a part of our life. Some people like to show what they're good at, right? Or try to impress the other person and kind of like stand out from all the other admirers that someone may have. And it's kind of the same thing with you and your future spouse as well. If you already met them and you are with them already, one thing you should know is that at the time they tried their best to impress you. If you're watching this and you haven't met them yet, then let me tell you, when you guys meet, they will do everything they can to yeah, impress you and even make you admire them. There is this energy coming through which is showing me that your future spouse thinks that you have a lot of admirers. This is the impression that they're going to have of you, someone who a lot of people maybe like to connect with or a lot of people are interested in. And I feel like this is also why it is even more important to them to impress you in a way so they can stand out, you know? This is so interesting. I'm truly getting like raw feelings coming through from your future spouse and all the stress and the pressure they felt when you guys first met and all like the inner turmoil that happened within them. This is absolutely, my dear, not how I thought this reading would go, but this is exactly how it should go. There is a reason for it. It's kind of like your future spouse is taking on the passive role here and only sending over the kind of insights that we're talking about. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm hearing, don't you ever question how I feel towards you. Because everything I feel towards you can be expressed through one word: love. Okay, wow. I'm hearing, my dear, as well. You've shown me what real love is. Now, this is interesting. And maybe your future spouse feels like with you, they've experienced real love for the very first time, or maybe when it comes to their past experiences, this authenticity was not there, I'm hearing, or it was a little bit more like superficial. And with you, it feels much more real. Wow. There's something about you that feels like a first time to your future spouse. It's kind of like, you know, you guys, when you fall in love for the very first time, this is the kind of energy. And not to say that this person has never fallen in love before. I feel like they have, but maybe they didn't know that it wasn't real love, or it was only attraction, or it was a kind of partnership which was like there was something very superficial about it. Interesting. This energy is very intriguing, even like for me as someone who's like tuning into it. I feel like this is something that you're gonna also experience when it comes to your future spouse when you meet them. That there is something about you which seems like, yeah, very intriguing to you, I'm hearing. But a lot of love in this pile, that's for sure. My dear pile one, this is all I have for you guys for today. If you, my dear, would like to claim this energy, let's go with a animal emoji. Drop any animal of your choice in the comment section below if you would like to claim this energy as yours. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one. Take care, my dear. Hey, pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what chilled messages do we have for you from your future spouse. Now, my dear, as you can see, it's a little bit dark, and the reason for that is because I like to record the candle wax reading for you guys today in the darkness. I really felt drawn to do so. So yeah, let's start. It's gonna become lighter in a moment, so 1 second. All right. As always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for you guys. And then let's see for my beautiful Palawan. What do you need to know? What channeled messages do we have for you from your future spouse? Let's see, let's see. Your future spouse, my dear pal 2. They would like to tell you that they are admiring you. I'm hearing there is so much to admire about you. You are such a strong and determined person. You have the ability to always adapt to what life throws at you. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can take you down. Your future spouse wants to tell you that there are so many qualities that you have that maybe you think are normal or nothing special, but actually are so, so precious. Your future spouse admires your strength. They admire how you always find a solution. You always know what to do. And even at times in which you may not know what to do, you have trust that everything is going to be okay. And this optimism that you have is truly something that they admire about you so, so much. And I'm even hearing something that they also want to incorporate into their own life more. I'm hearing you are a star. You're glowing. You are a precious gift. And your future spouse knows that. They are so grateful to have you in their life. You are like is this safe space for them. That no matter what happens even in their own life, being in your space feels like I'm hearing being home. Wow. Your future spouse is definitely starting off this reading, my dear pal 2, with a lot of compliments. This is so different from pal 1 and how the energy and messages came out there. This is so interesting. But definitely, you are their home. you bring so much peace into their life. And this is something that they're so, so grateful for. You have such a beautiful influence on them, a very positive and uplifting presence. Something which your future spouse admires about your connection so, so much is how compatible you guys are. For those of you guys who have already met your future spouse, you may already know that. I mean, you have experienced it firsthand. But for those of you guys who have not met them yet, let me tell you, one thing that is very striking in here is truly the compatibility that you and your future spouse are showing when it comes to you guys', I'm hearing very clearly personality, but also your relationship. There is something about your guys' relationship that truly is like, okay, I don't want this to sound cheesy, but this is exactly, you guys, how this came through, okay? I heard match made in heaven. This is what came through. Very, very interesting, you guys. Maybe this means also something for someone, but this is exactly how it came through. And for your future spouse, just the same way, like you, they notice it, and you will notice it too. It's kind of like when we talk about your guys' relationship, one thing that will really stand out about your guys' energy is how easy things are. Maybe you, maybe your future spouse, one of you guys, maybe even both of you guys. You could have been in relationships in which things have been very complicated or very complex, or I'm hearing very difficult. So it is like such a, yeah, I'm hearing refreshing relationship that you guys have, because it's all about not forcing. It's all about going with the flow and allowing things to unfold easily. This is so interesting that your future spouse is like kind of giving us some insights about your guys' relationship, right? But you guys you work so beautifully together. Your future spouse, okay, yeah, your future spouse wants you to know that you guys are a great team. This is exactly what I heard. We are a great team. I also heard we're gonna make things happen. Yeah, something that I'm also receiving, by the way, is I feel like you and your future spouse, you could have similar, I'm hearing goals, maybe life goals, or for some of you guys, these could even be goals regarding your careers, but of course, take it how it resonates. And one thing that truly stands out about you guys is that together you are a great team. Both of you guys know their strength, and both of you guys know your own weaknesses, and together you can, yeah, very beautifully make it work. It's kind of like you guys fill your own cups, but you also fill each other's cups, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Okay, there's one message, my dear pile 2, that I'm receiving, which is coming through very, very strongly. But of course, as always, please take it how it resonates. One thing I would like to share here is that we have a lot of counterparts in here. For some people, their future spouse is their counterpart. I'm seeing a spiritual union in here. Also, the speed is very, very quick. Even the speed of in which like I'm receiving messages, it's pretty quickly, like very fast moving energy. Could be significant to someone. I'm also hearing moon sign for some reason. There is a significance regarding the moon sign of someone. Wow. Another message, my dear, that I'm receiving is you are your future spouse's lucky charm. Like, you have brought a lot of luck into their life. And what they are showing me is when you guys meet, for those of you guys who haven't met, for those of you guys who have met already, then this is something maybe they have even shared with you. But what I'm seeing is that at the time you guys have met or you guys will meet, when you enter their life, it's kind of like there is a lot of positive energy entering their life as well. And I see that a lot of great opportunities will enter your future spouse's life as well. And these opportunities or like options, whatever, but they could be connected to honestly any area of their life. It doesn't only have to be obviously with relationships, because you are what they hoped for in a partner. But I'm not only seeing relationship, it could even be in their career. It's kind of like when you enter their life, they could go through a life phase in which a lot of great things will happen in their career as well. Stuff like that. This is something I'm feeling very, very strongly coming through. And they may even tell you that you have brought a lot of luck into their life, or you made them lucky. And very interestingly, the same way that with you entering their life, you will bring a lot of luck into their life, when they enter your life, they will bring a lot of changes into your life. Now, for some of you guys, those changes are going to be pretty sudden, so nothing that you may have expected, but you will feel it. It's kind of like you will feel this phase of transformation. You could literally be in that archetype even at the time in this life phase. You could feel like a lot of things are transforming into your life. I'm hearing internally and externally. Wow, this is a very interesting message we're getting right here. Very interesting indeed. Wow, this is so interesting. I'm actually not receiving any more messages. I feel like for you guys, we got a pretty short reading, but a lot of important messages have been said. It's kind of like we got so many different messages in such a like speedy time. And I feel like for some reason your future spouse is also holding back a little bit. There is much more they would like to share with you, but they're holding back. Maybe there are certain things they would like to share with you for the next Unchanneled Messages reading, or maybe right now whenever you're watching this, because this is a timeless reading. For some reason, they're not willing yet to share it with you. So keep that in mind. This is a message I just wanted to share with you guys here. But my dear pile 2, this is all I have for you guys for today. If you, my dear, would like to claim this energy as yours, then let's go with a moon emoji. Drop a moon emoji in the comment section below. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal too. Take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what messages do we have for you from your future spouse. Now as you can see, my dear, I turned off the light because I really felt drawn today to record your candle wax reading in the darkness. So yeah, let's start straight away. I have your candle right here, so let's start. It's gonna become brighter in a moment. All right. So, my dear, as always, please give me a moment to tune into the energies in here for you guys. For my beautiful pile 3, what messages do we have for you for today from your future spouse? What do you need to know, my dear? Let's see. Okay. The first message, my dear, I'm receiving is a very interesting one. And it's something yeah, I'm wondering how you feel about this. But first, I want to say that your future spouse is coming through with a very protective energy over you. So, this could be something you will experience, or of course, always see how it resonates with you. So, for example, if you have already met your future spouse, then you may already see this behavior in them. And for others, if you haven't met them, then of course, this is something you will see. But one thing that is coming through is your future spouse is so protective over you. And this is not something only with you, but I feel like your future spouse, generally speaking, is a person who's very protective of their loved ones. And this is something you will see. I'm hearing you will appreciate it. So, okay, I heard you will appreciate this. Very interesting message to start this reading with. Ooh, my goodness. Your future spouse, my dear pal 3, wants you to know that the intimate connection and chemistry that you guys have together is something that they have never ever experienced in another connection before. Yeah. Wow. It's getting a little bit hard, like hot in here, okay? They've never experienced such chemistry in another relationship before. I'm getting a lot of fire, a lot of passionate energy. I feel like both of you guys are actually like that. Like your future spouse is a very passionate person, and I feel like you're as well. And it's kind of like two fires coming together, and then there's like this firework everywhere. So, this is something which will be pretty obvious to both of you guys from the beginning. Let me tell you that, okay? Even if for some of you guys you don't want to rush into anything regarding the physical, still you will definitely not be able to deny the physical attraction and how intense it feels. I'm hearing seducer. What? One of you guys is gonna be a seducer, you guys. I'm not receiving who this is, but one of you. Like the other may get the impression. Oh my goodness. Where is this candle wax leading, like leading towards? Your future spouse wants you to know that they have never felt as secure in a relationship. Um, yeah, like are feeling with you here. I feel like your future spouse feels so grounded in your guys' connection. And once again, they feel so secure, so safe. It's kind of like both of you guys, you're coming forward. Now, this is so interesting because we just jumped from the fire energy into the earth energy, like from a very passionate and fiery space. We're moving into a very grounded and earthy space. So, that's very interesting. Maybe for some of you guys, although you're experiencing all this chemistry, it may be very important for you to, though, to make sure that you ground this connection before anything, all right? But coming back to this message, your future spouse genuinely, my dear, feels so secure in this connection. And I'm hearing once again that they have never felt secure like that. It's kind of like for your future spouse, it is so easy to imagine a future with you. It is so easy to, for those of you guys who, for example, as always, take it how it resonates, but for example, if you want children, for your future spouse, it is so easy to imagine that with you. And it's not only them, but you may have a very similar like response to them or to this connection. It is just, I'm hearing you're not going to question this. You know where you and your future spouse stand. You know where your relationship is heading towards. Which is very interesting because I feel like one of you guys has gone through some toxic relationships in the past. And you may know exactly how it feels like to be in a relationship which, makes you feel insecure, a relationship that you don't really know, like, where is it leading towards? Is it the right decision for you? Like, I'm getting a relationship that is full of questions. This is exactly what I'm getting, a relationship that makes you question a lot because you are doubting it or you don't, it's like it's like being a little bit confused perhaps even. So if it's not you, this can very well be your future spouse, but whoever has been in this situation, this is like such a different energy in comparison to this energy that you're sharing with your future spouse, because as much as this past relationship felt insecure, this one feels so safe. And this could be something, my dear pile 3, that you will feel very, very strongly, and it's going to be, yeah, it's going to make the difference, I'm hearing. The amount of safety that you feel, not only in this connection, but especially with your future spouse. I'm hearing I feel safe with you, yeah. Okay, this sounds so cheesy, but I'm also hearing you are my sunshine. So this could be something one of you guys says to the other. This is so interesting. In all the 3 piles today, I got so many messages coming through about the relationship. It's kind of like the future spouses today. they put a lot of importance on the relationship aspect, or maybe a lot of people came into the readings today wanting to know more about the connection, about the relationship. They wanted to get more insights about it. So yeah, that's definitely something I've been observing so far, because with you guys, it's also very similar. It's kind of like I'm not getting so many like direct messages from your future spouse, but it's more so your future spouse sending certain insights our way. They're like sharing insights regarding the relationship. That's interesting. Your future spouse. Another thing that I'm receiving here, my dear pal 3, is with you, they feel very, very abundant. Sometimes a person, our life, like their presence versus their, one second, I'm receiving a message. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I'm speaking and then something is coming through. Okay. So, as I was saying, sometimes we may have a person in our life and it makes like such a big difference whether they're there or not, because when they're not there, we literally feel like they're lost. Like we feel like there's something missing, or this beautiful energy that they have, like we're truly missing having it around. And this is something I'm seeing also very similar to you and your future spouse here, because you and your energy is so vibrate, like high vibrational, and this is something your future spouse will feel so strongly. And this is what I also mean by the abundance. When your future spouse is with you, they feel so high vibrational, they feel so fulfilled that it truly feels like they have all the abundance in the world. And when you are not there, it truly feels like they're missing something. And especially when we talk about the dating phase, this is something that they will realize pretty quickly, that life feels different. Like before they met you and after they met you, the energy feels very different. And it is not only that, I mean, there are 1,000 different reasons why your future spouse wants you to be in their life. But one thing that in this particular reading is being emphasized to me is this energy that you carry, and it is something that your future spouse truly values so much. Your future spouse values your presence, my dear. Let me tell you that. And I feel like when you guys are around or together, excuse me, they're truly present. They're truly listening. They're truly observing. When your future spouse is with you, they are truly there living in the present moment. So it's kind of like you also help them to become more present, if that makes sense. Okay, this is interesting. In like I'm hearing a lot of laughing. This is so random. I'm hearing a lot of laughing. I feel like you and your future spouse, why is your future spouse sharing so much like about your relationship today? But coming back to the previous message, my dear, as I was saying, I'm hearing a lot of laughing. So I feel like when it comes to perhaps with you guys' humor, or like fun and joking around and all that, you're truly matching there. Like your energies are very matching. So maybe you guys have the same humor, or maybe you guys find the same things funny. or maybe your future spouse can make you laugh very easily. There's just something about that in here that, yeah, is also, I'm hearing it's very important. It's very, very important. Because one thing you will understand in this connection as well is that with your future spouse, you have laughed and smiled more than with any other person. Wow. I'm literally, my dear, getting goosebumps. Like, I feel like this message is very, very significant. For someone watching, this is gonna mean a lot. Wow. Okay. My dear pile 3, this is all I have for you guys for today. If you, my dear, would like to claim this energy as yours, let's go with a flower emoji. Drop a flower emoji in the comment section below. If you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3. Take care, my dear.